Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. Ladies, gentlemen. I love you. Thank you. I love you so much. For the people that support me, for the people that don't support me, I ain't even gonna give you a middle finger. You don't even deserve a middle finger. Okay, I'm tired. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Listen to this. I want you to hear this.
Chief, ladies and gentlemen, you'll take it under advisement. Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.
Captain Quint. Captain Quint.
You'll take it
Yeah.
under advisement.
Captain Quint. All right. I'm going to talk about something. You might not care about it. It has to do with the gaming community. An MMO, multi-online player, playing game. You have to have a prescription to play the game. It's very old. It's beyond old. It came out in 2005, I think 2005. It was a game called Star Wars Galaxies. Okay? I don't want to make this video too long. I'm gonna run through some things. Okay, I was doing a research on what is the best servers to play Star Wars Galaxies. Now, keep in mind, this is me I'm talking about, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I did not know. I had no clue, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that the Star Wars Galaxies was pre-NGE, new game enhancements. The original Star Wars Galaxies had like 30-something professions, and you could mix and make a hybrid profession. Like, for instance, a commando, you had to master 2 or 3 or 4 professions to become a master commando. A bounty hunter, same thing. Terraskasi, you had to master different professions, sword master, munitions, whatever. I had no idea that Star Wars Galaxies was like that before the NGE. Then I had to Google what NGE stood for, New Game Enhancements, where they broke down 30-something professions to what, 8? And Jedi was not a starting profession. You had to unlock it. Force sensitive, the people that will probably, if anyone catch this video, you would know. You could tell me. You had to unlock a force sensitive, and certain things you had to do and then your character will start glowing, become force sensitive, and then you could become a Jedi. And Jedi were very, very rare, but they were very, very, very powerful. I was told it took a whole group to take down a Jedi, and sometimes if whoever was controlling the Jedi character, he wipe out a whole group. He was that strong. But when NGE kicked in, they nerfed the Jedi. They nerfed it. They nerfed it. And they even nerfed it from my experience, guys. From my experience, I played on Wander Home, NGE. I wasn't around before NGE. I used to see the disc in the computer stores, Star Wars Galaxies. They had these discs, but I didn't start playing until NGE, the new game enhancements. The whole thing with what's his name? A lot of hate is generated towards him, but he was only doing what he was told by his bosses at Sony. What was the guy's name? Bear with me, please. Please bear with me, guys. I shoot my videos raw. I don't edit or anything. I shoot my videos from a cell phone. What was the guy's name? What was the guy's name? What was the guy's name? The guy I can't think of his name, guys. I can't think of his name. I cannot think of this man's name. And a lot of people threw hate on this man for doing what he was told to do by his bosses at Sony Online Entertainment, SOE. See, when I started playing Star Wars Galaxies, when I downloaded it from the disc, it was a company called SOE, Sony Online Entertainment. They don't even exist anymore. They were bought out for somebody. Sony, according to the website, Sony sold all that shit. It ain't no more Sony Online Entertainment, SOE. I played on a server called Wander Home. They were shut down December 11th, 2009. And the other servers were shut down not September. I'm sorry, guys. December 15th of 2009, Wander Home was shut down. That was my characters. I had two characters, a Jedi. I think I had a Jedi and a traitor. But they shut that server down. I didn't play no more ever since. And then on the other servers, they were shut down December 15th of 2000. What was it? 2000. What was it, guys? 2011 or something like that. They shut all the servers down. But I was a Wander Homer. And yeah, I have fond memories. Of the time I spent messing around with my little character, my little Twi'lek female Jedi girl. I'm running around leveling up, doing the riot trail. I had some people help me kill. I had a group come down to help me kill the Katarn at the very bottom, the riot trail master. That's fond memories for me. I never got to experience I never got to experience the heroics like XR Kun, IGE, the Imperial Star Destroyer. I never got to experience that. Yep. Yep. I never had heroic jewelry like a 5 piece. I didn't even know what that was, a 5 piece jewelry set. You know, for whatever Jedi profession that you do, or you're a bounty hunter like what was a bounty hunter 5 piece? Like the Jedi was like a duelist. If you were light side, if you were a dark side Jedi, a lot of dark side Jedi chose the Fury 5 piece jewelry set, and that motherfucker was overpowered. I told they would do some insane damage. They would do some insane damage with the cloak of hate. Oh my God! The guy told me he used to do something. He used to wipe people out, man. Hit them 2 times, hit them 1 time, and they dead. And if you were light side, you would use the cloak, the shatter point cloak, and you hit that lightsaber and you hit that flurry. They said that was overpowered for a light side Jedi. You hit your saber reflect and that flurry, and you will wipe a motherfucker. You wipe them out, man. You cut them to pieces with that lightsaber. I never got to experience that. Because I had a friend, he was a bounty hunter, and his out was a shipwright. He used to make me ship parts, and I became a master pilot before they shut down the Wander Home server. I went out and I killed the Corvette. I was a rebel Jedi female Twi'lek. I went out and I killed the Ravager Corvette. I took them down. Using them ship parts that a Imperial made me be, because even though he was Imperial and I was Rebel, we became friends because we would help each other level. So he made me some shipwright parts. You know, he made me some Uber shipwright a gear for my spaceship. And I never forgot that. That was the fond memories for me. That was the fond memories. But yeah, they shut down the main service like Calastra, Starsider, Bloodfin, and there was a couple of more servers, about 2 or 3, 4 or 4 more that were still online till December 15th of 2011. But all the other servers got shut down in 2009. Like Wander Home, the small servers, they got shut down. I was on Wander Home. I let my character die. I let my character die on Wander Home. I bid farewell to her, and I logged off. And that was the end of that. 2009, Wander Home. My little Twi'lek Jedi master pilot. Yeah, but you know, I have fond memories of her. But the guy that was a developer at SOE for Star Wars Galaxies, he received a lot of hate, man. I forgot his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of his name. I'm trying to think of his name. What was that dude's name, y'all? What was his name? Let me think for them. Let me bear with me, please. Bear with me, please. For the people that watch me, for the few people that watch me, bear with me. I'm gonna try to think of his name. Let me Google him real quick. Let me Google him real quick. Bear with me, guys. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see something here. Let me see something here. Let me see something here, guys. What was that dude's name? Bear with me, you guys that watch my channel. I appreciate y'all. I don't do this for money, because if I wanted to make money, I would have did a whole different thing, guys. If I wanted to make money, like having get a million subscribers or something like that, I would have done things a whole different. I would have done things differently. I don't know why this computer. I don't know why my computer keep trying to. This AI is shitty. AI can be shitty because I'll punch in something and it'll punch in another name, and I'm like, I didn't punch that in. I punched in something else. You know what I'm talking about. I'll punch somebody's name in it and they'll change it. The AI will change the name to something else. And I'm like, I didn't punch that in. I punched leave me alone. I punched in who I want to who I want to search. Let me search that person. They'll add something to it. That's AI. I hate AI for that. That's the only reason why I hate AI. But I remember Star Wars Galaxy coming to an end because they, like I said, I did not know about pre NGE, new game enhancements. I wasn't around. When you had to unlock your professions. You had 30 something professions. You had a big box, and whatever profession you go for, you had to unlock. And for Jedi, I'm not sure. I think Jedi, you had to unlock every one of them. You had to go through that motherfucker and grind that bitch, man. Man, oh my God. You had to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind every profession and hope you start glowing. All them professions, you had to grind them motherfuckers. Pardon my French. I'm so sorry, guys. I love that word. I love that word. But you had to grind all them professions and hope your character start glowing, and then you go to a village or whatever something, and you force sensitive, and you could become a Jedi. I was like, wow, man, wow, ain't that something? I was like, wow, but they changed it. See, when I came in, it was NGE, new game enhancements. I knew nothing about grinding all them other professions. If you wanted to be if you want to be a bounty hunter or a Jedi or commando or spy and NGE, all you gotta do is click it. and then you level the character. You know, but I was like, wow, man. I was like, wow, ain't that something? I was like, ain't that something? I can't find him. I can't find him. But he received a lot of hate. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Cause man, I've heard so many different stories. I've heard so many different stories about this man, about what he was and what he did. Um, I don't know, guys. I'm telling you all, I'm an outsider looking in. I'm an outsider looking in. I'm an outsider looking in. I can't even think of his name. I can't think of his name. But yeah, man. They changed the game. They changed the whole game. They changed the whole game. John Smetley. Is it John Smetley? John Smetley? Is it John Smetley? Cause man, I heard some shit, man. And I'm like, look, guys, all I am is a fan. And I play the game. I played to play. I paid my money to play the game on Wonder Home until they shut it down. That's all I know. I don't know nothing about no pre Star Wars Galaxies before NGE. I didn't even know what NGE was. I ain't know. I had no idea that Star Wars Galaxies existed before NGE. I had to Google what NGE what was. The 8 professions. It went from 30 something to 8. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, his name is John Smetley. He received a lot of hate, man, from people. And I'm like, look, y'all, SOE don't even exist anymore. They sold all that stuff. Sony Online Entertainment don't even exist anymore. They sold all that shit. They sold all that crap. Peace them out to the Star Wars Galaxies people. I love y'all. Wish you well. I will say this. If you play NGE version of Star Wars Galaxies, I will play on Star Wars Galaxies Legends. I have a character there, a master pilot. I haven't been on there in a long time because my guild disappeared. And that lost my desire to play. My guild guys, I ain't gonna say their name, but they just disappeared. Don't know what happened. Whatever. But Star Wars Galaxies, if you're into the NGE, the 8 professions, the NGE, they're good people. They're good people. And if you're pre-Star Wars Galaxies, there are servers like Reckoning and Awakening. Pre-Star Wars Galaxies. If you want to be Jedi, if that's what your heart and soul is, you have to unlock it. But that's my tidbit for now. And I love y'all. You gamers, keep gaming. Peace. I'm out. Love you.